Yo, what's up, world? It's your man Slim Jim Gongfoot, aka the GOAT King of America. Welcome to episode 9 of Indy Comix Review. What this is the platform, this is the podcast here on this YouTube where you can, of course, have your independent comic book showcased. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? If you like to have your indie comic review, email me at the nerdscriptclub at gmail.com with the subject ICR. If you want to support this series, feel free to cash out below. $GOAT 1408. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I appreciate y'all for coming through, showing up and showing out. You know what I'm saying? I created this podcast series on my channel to, you know what I'm saying, showcase independent comic books because I myself am an independent creator. And so I wanted to showcase others, you know what I'm saying, who may want to get their books, you know what I'm saying, notice. You feel me? So that's what it is right there. So I'm still setting everything up as far as like letting everybody know that episode 9 is in full effect. We are live right now. It is 8:01 p.m. It is the 27th of June, 2023, as we record this episode right here. So I hope y'all come through, show up, and show out. And that's the move right there. That's what it is. And so I had a couple of what you call it, what you call them technical difficulties, because I usually would have my thumbnail already ready for an episode, but my iPad was acting goofy. So hopefully before the episode is over, I have the thumbnail up. If not, then I have it up after the episode has already, of course, aired. I see we got a comment already. I'm about to check out that comment in a second. So y'all give me a little second as I, of course, shout out that we are, of course, live. If you are up in here, feel free to share it. If you have a platform here, of course, on YouTube, feel free to share it or share the link amongst your friends. And this, that, and the third. We got Estrella Garcia in the building. I see you, Estrella, saying hello. I see you in the house. That part. Let's see. Let me go ahead and copy the link. And I'm about to let people know on Twitter that that we are live once again. This episode right here is episode number 9, is featuring a comic book created by a young man by the name of Gifford Roberts. His name is Gifford Roberts. That's Gifford Roberts. Roberts. Like Julia Roberts, or Eric Roberts, her brother. So with that being said, I just thought about that. I wonder if Eric Roberts knew MLK growing up, because that's Julia's brother, and that means he must have knew MLK too. Then, yeah. Just thought about that, because for those that don't know, a little trivia for y'all: Martin Luther King Jr. and his wife Coretta, they helped pay Julia's parents' hospital bill for when she was born. At the hospital, they couldn't afford to pay some fees, and they helped them out because they used to run a studio down here in Atlanta, teaching, acting. And so their oldest daughter, Yolanda, who of course is now passed, she was into acting as a child, and they linked up. That's how they linked up and befriended each other, the Roberts and the Kings. And so when they fell down on hard times, with the expecting baby, Martin and Coretta offered to help pay for the fees when little Julia was born. And of course she went on to becoming an Oscar winning actress. So how about that, for those that didn't know? And it is true. um with that being said, I'm about to, of course, let's see, like everybody know, Twitter, we are live. Indie Comics Review episode 9009 is live. Hashtag Indie Comics, and hashtag spell it the other way with the IE Comics, Indie Comics, and of course hashtag comic books. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I like to spread the word and let everybody know what's going on, because um, like I say, I'm an independent creator as well. I create comic books as well. So, we need all the exposure that we can possibly get, when it comes to, putting ourselves out there. So I appreciate all of y'all who come through and not only, create books, but those who, of course, come my way as well. Um, let's see. About to put it in my group, my Black YouTubers group. Now I'm about to put it in small YouTubers group, small YouTubers boost. That's what they call it. On this episode, we are reviewing Dynamic Rodent issue 1 and 2. So, boom. Now I'm about to go to Dr. Food's group, Dr. Food's lab. Shout out to Food Richardson. Also, I'm here too. Key Kitchen and more in the building. Hey, what's happening? We got Estrella Garcia in the building. We got Key Kitchen and more in the building. I appreciate you for coming through. Feel free to share me out. I am right now spreading the word that we are live here, episode 9 of Indy Comix Review. Jelly Bean Dream. And also I'm also shouting out my own book, Jelly Bean Dream. Issue 1 is dropping this summer. So 2023. Get ready. Since I was already over here, do that as well. If you don't promote yourself, who will? You feel me? And so now I'm about to go over to Indy Comix, Independent Creators Connection. Shout out to ICC. Go over here. To the Independent Creators Connection. And also go to the Urban Guide Inc. Nation. And let's see. Go to Alrighty. And here we go. All right. So, who else is in the building? Anybody else up in here? Let's see. Who else is in the building? Hey, appreciate the share, Key. Appreciate the share. Appreciate the share. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate the share. Appreciate the share. Key Kitchen and more. And the Nerd Strip Club is in the building as well. All right, y'all. We are about to get into it. I have received this book yesterday from the creator and writer, Gifford Roberts. So I am about to check this thing out, see what it be about. So here we go. Open it for the first time. Once again, if you are an independent comic book creator, if you are an indie creator, you know what I'm saying, feel free to send me your book, whether it's physical or digital, so I can review it here on the episode. So boom, I got both of these out here. Let's see. Y'all gonna see it before I do. Got Dynamic Rodent. This is issue number 1 because I've seen the cover promoted online, and this is issue number 2, baby. Issue number 2. That part. So I will be checking this out last because obviously it's issue number 2. So here we go. So this is Dynamic Rodent issue number 1. Cover date July 2023. $10. Shoot, that's a thick book too. It's thick. You see, yeah, that thing thick too. And here's Dynamic Rodent issue number 1. I'm about to take it out the pack. I'm gonna put issue 2 in the pack too because it didn't come with a sleeve. So I will put it in the same sleeve as issue number 1 once I am done with them. He also printed this with Kablam. Kablam, if you are an independent creator, Kablam is freaking awesome. I suggest that is who you go to for, creating your independent books. That is who I use as well. I use Kablam also and have my books featured on indieplanet.com. And I also plan on having them featured eventually on Amazon. Might be a little tight for me to put this book in here because issue number 2 is thick, so I'll probably put it in here later or put it back in the cover. I'm gonna have to eventually get a new sleeve for issue number 2 because issue number 2 is thick. So here we are, y'all. We're about to get into Dynamic Rodent. Here's the full cover. Once again, Gifford Roberts. He is the creator and the writer of this series. He is not the artist. We will see who the artist is once I open it up. And once again, as you see on the back, Kablam. They of course did the digital printing and the physical printing of this book. And so on the cover, we see Dynamic Rodent is a tall mouse. You know what I'm saying? Dressed up. He's on a footstool, and a young boy is next to him. Give y'all a little synopsis real quick that I received from the author himself. He said that he debuted Dynamic Rodent at the 2022 Small Press Expo in Bethesda, Maryland. And so the first story is called My Not So Average Week. And so we about to see what it be about, y'all. We're about to see what it be about. So I'm about to open it up. All right, so here we go. Dynamic Rodent. Story title: My Not So Average Week. Dynamic Rodent. Rodent created, written, and owned by Gifford Roberts. His email: giffordroberts@yahoo.com. The artwork on the cover, the credits page, and the back cover by Gifford Roberts. Gifford Roberts at yahoo.com. So he did indeed. So he did draw the front cover. So Gifford Roberts did draw the front cover. So the cover was drawn by the author himself. So he is an artist also. That's what's up. The interior art, lettering, and inking was done by Millipede Lee. Millipede Lee, that's spelled Millipede Lee, Lee. Their Gmail, their email is Millipede Lee with three E's on Lee, Leee at gmail.com. The interior coloring was done by Macarena Duarte. Um, Macarena Duarte. That name is spelled Macarena Duarte. And their Twitter, I believe this is a woman. Their Twitter is at Dreamflower Moon. Dreamflower Moon. That's DreamFlowerMoon. And Geronimo Caldora, Geronimo spelled like regular Geronimo, Geronimo, Caldora, that's Caldora. And the Instagram for that person is at Gerald Kun Kun Art, I guess Kun Art, GEROKUN Art. So those are all the interior credits for Dynamic Rodent. You can see that there. There they all go right there. Everybody who is on the interior of that there. Boom. And now, awesome. So we start with this establishing shot. Welcome to Pekin, Kentucky. Established 1821. Our future is the hope of the purchase. I like that. So cool. So here we go. About to get into this real quick. Y'all know how I do. So we starting on page 1. Here we go, y'all. All right, so basically what we got here on the first establishing page, we got these two guys, they driving in this semi, and we got something going on here as far as again the flashback from what it looks like on this third panel. So far I'm gonna show y'all the first page here. The first page establishes what's going on pretty well. You got the truck right there, you got the two guys in the semi talking about the stuff that they have in the truck, and then we're getting what seems to be a flashback from one of the guys who is the passenger that's talking, and he's telling about his son who's an average fourth grader who wants to be a policeman when he grows up, and his mother recently died of cancer. So I'm assuming his mother is, of course, the guy's wife, if they were together or whatnot. But either way it goes, it's his son's mother, whether they together or not. So. What I like also, I the text for this book, it has almost like a because it's kind of like a chalky text. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like, a kid wrote it, but it still looks very professional, because you can see it looks like how, kids write on the chalkboard, you know what I'm saying? And I like that text, because, when you're drawing, You know, for instance, if you're doing a classroom, or if you got a chalkboard, that would be the type of text that you would use for the chalkboard. But it's very interesting for the regular text of the book. So I dig that. And of course the word balloons are interesting too, because it has that, you know, look to it as well. Like it looks like a kid did it, but it also looks professional as well, because it's stylized to, you know, resemble that look. Like you can almost basically tell when it's either, you know, that's the look that they're going for, or if that's just how, you know, they do the word balloons. But that looks like the look they're going for, you know, especially with the style of the book. And the pages are nice too, and you know, slick pages. You know, I like some slick pages now. Oh, speaking of, I didn't see if I don't see any editing credits. I'm assuming that the creator, Gifford Roberts, is behind his editing. I'm assuming that he did the editing on it. You know, but one thing that's also important, you know, when it comes to your books, editing is very important, especially if you know, if you misspell words, you know what I'm saying, it, you know, you misspell words, if depending on the character who's talking the words, like if they have an accent, then of course, you know, words will be looking different. Like if you read the X-Men back in the day, you know, you could tell Nightcrawler's voice from say Banshee's voice or something like that, you know, because they had those accents, and the way that words were, you could tell that they were accented. um And so now we're at the school where it's the next day now. Where Joey, he's getting up, he's heading to school. That's cool. Kid pushed him out the way. That's what's up. Oh, did he fall? Oh, he fell in something. Wow. He didn't even notice. Like Joey done turned into a daggone mouse, and he ain't even noticed. So I'm gonna let y'all see that shot right there. Some good shots right here. The person who's drawing this, they establishing some you know, great shots as far as like letting you know where, you know, where in time that they are. You know, it's as far as like the placing of it all. And I like this page right here, where, you know what I'm saying, like on this side you see is, you know, the white borders, and on the other side, like the from here in the establishing shot, you know, you see is black in between the borders, but so like half the page is cut off from black and white. I like that. Very stylized look. And then he done found out, he done looked in the mirror, now you see he a mouse. So that's about to be a trip. So here we go. Um, let's see. Let me see if I saw that right. Well, I saw. Well, I had. Did I read a synopsis earlier? I think I had read a synopsis, or I might have seen a synopsis. But anyway, I ain't worrying about that right now. I'm reading the book. So if anybody's up in here, you know, make sure, of course, y'all, you know what I'm saying, make sure y'all share this out. I appreciate y'all. Oh, my name. Oh, yeah. Like I said, there's an editing error. You know what I'm saying? Like the dad, he said my name is Melvin Blyton. I'm a stickler when it comes to that. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, I be a little anal, but you know what I'm saying. But you know, like I say, that is key. That's the first editing error I seen in the type. You know, where the dad says my name's Melvin Blyton, but name was spelt wrong. I mean, it's the N and the A switched spots, so it threw me for a minute. You know, saying my Emmys, you know, but you know, it's stuff like that you gotta be on top of. That's why when I was editing my book, you know what I'm saying, I was backtracking myself like 3-4 times until I made sure every word was spelt the way it was supposed to be spelt, you know what I'm saying, whether it was slang or correct or whatever it was, you know. Well, we all human though. Human errors happen, so that's good. Good and cold. That is crazy. I guess his dad wasn't paying attention because he a whole mouse now, and his dad didn't pay no attention. Going to the hospital, stupid. Nah, you a whole rat out here, bro. you're what the kids would say, like you're 6'9". Let's see. So Joey, he said, I'm going to become a hero, you know, like in the comic books. I think I call myself Dynamic Rodent. Hey, he was ready. You know what he said. His friend Cody. He said that's the name of the boy who he met, who he befriended. His name's Cody. And so Cody, he's like, Joey, it's not a sane idea to suddenly become a superhero just after being in a horrible accident. That's true. Jeez. Oh, he picked the crap out of his nose and claws. I mean, he's got the outfit down pat. You feel me? He's got the outfit down pat. What you laughing about, Key? What you laughing about? Oh, the 6'9" comment. I mean, I'm just saying. And so here we are. Here's his first shot of him in his outfit. Y'all can see. Boom, boom, boom. You feel me? You know, he got his outfit on. He using his dad's dress sock as a mask. Boy, Cody is like, hey, bro, you acting like an idiot. All right. Oh, this man got a babysitter? Not the adorable little complaining pants. 2. You're way too old for a babysitter. You know, it was T.O. instead of T.O.O. I'm tripping though, cause like the dad and the babysitter, neither one of them and the people who was at school, nobody said anything about Joey being a whole mouse out here. Like he is out here looking like Splinter's son, you know. He's a whole mouse out here. And none of them saying anything. So It's quite weird. Like Cody see that he's changed into a mouse. Joey see he's changed into a mouse, but nobody else seems to be saying anything like, "Oh my God, you a big mouse out here." Like nobody saying nothing. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting as to why nobody else is reacting the way that people would react seeing a big mouse in clothes out here looking like Alvin and the Chipmunks. The OG Alvin and the Chipmunks, not the movie versions where they're actually the size of chipmunks, like Chip and Dale. They're because in the cartoons, the original cartoons, they were the size of people. You know, and they didn't look like chipmunks. They were like they looked like mutated somethings. So he's in Dogwood Park right now, and he's hearing stuff. Oh, I guess that's what it is, because these burglars, they hear and they say, "Who's here?" And they say, "I'm not exactly sure, but it appears to be a little boy dressed as a mouse wearing a cape and a mask." So I guess everybody just think he's wearing a mask. He's just wearing a mouse mask out here. So at least they acknowledge that, like, okay, it's a kid out here wearing a mouse. He dressed as a mouse and he's wearing a cape and a mask. At least somebody sounds saying out here. Warner Roberts, they like, is that some sort of giant rat wearing a cape? Yo, at least somebody telling me something. Like, you got some people just looking at like everything just cool. Like, dad ain't saying nothing. Like, Joey, why you wearing a mouse kid or nothing? It's just out there in the darkness playing tree guns. Gee, looks like there's been a robbery. His babysitter so concerned. Dang. Oh well, you gotta remember Joey is a kid, so kids don't really be thinking, like that. Like everybody older than to them is like grown. You know what I'm saying? Because he said, "I miss mom. Maybe if you married Rebecca, things will go back to the way they used to be." Rebecca is the babysitter, and the dad said, "Rebecca's a little too young for me, Joey." I'm in 5 years, he'd say something different, but as of right now, good call, Dad. He's like, "I miss mom." That's what he said. And he's like, "I know you miss your mom, but no one can ever replace her. She loved you very much." Oh, maybe mom will have said something by now, because Dad ain't saying nothing. This boy out here dressed up like a whole freaking mouse, and he ain't said a daggone thing. Hey, what are you doing outside the second floor window? What you got powers on? Okay. He climbed up that tree and then went on that limb and jumped onto your roof. All right, Cody. With the skills. All right, hand over the lunchbox. Yeah, we know your mommy packs you chocolate chip cookies. Hey, I like me some chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, hand it over. Halt right there, you bullies. That's some superhero stuff right there. Oh, they paying attention. They go, giant man rat. Dad, help, come quick. Oh, Pop pulled out the blick quick. Yo, yeah, you might want to stop, see, because if you came up to me and I saw a big old rat, I'm not gonna wait to see if you master Splinter or not. I'm gonna take you out like I would any of your other kind. Man, remember one time in my old house, one found its way into my tub. Took my boots and stumped it out. Oh, and he shot at him. Interesting. People only seem to notice I'm a human rat boy when I put on my dynamic rodent costume. Well, it makes sense since other superheroes can hide their identity by simply wearing glasses or a mask that only covers their eyes. But Cody still sees that you're a mouse. Hey, you about to dad getting ready to go out of town, going to Louisville. They're still in Kentucky though. I forgot. Oh, sure, I forgot to let y'all know that it takes place in Kentucky. They're in the state of Kentucky in the USA. And as a matter of fact, Pekin, that's where they're in Pekin, or Pekin, either Pekin or Pekin. Y'all let me know how it's pronounced if anybody know, or I'll find out later. Pekin. That's the name of the city. Excuse me, that they're in. And so she said, "Well, kiddo, looks like it's just me and you and me again." Oh, babysitter's so nice. Oh, she fixed the call. Ooh. Oh, she replaced the yo-yo string with a fishing line. Oh, that might be a weapon. Ooh, mess them up for real. You know how to yo-yo? Mm-hmm. Wait, what? Oh, she got a bruise. I know her boyfriend ain't being on. Oh yeah, he got to go. Steve, yeah, Steve Lefevre, yeah, with his little fancy Frenchy name. Yeah, he got to go. Especially if he dad on beating on that girl. I don't think that was just makeup. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at them pancakes. Oh yeah, she hooked them pancakes up. The N.E. series based on an awesome movie N.E. N.E. Is N.E. supposed to be like E.T.? Mm-mm. Oh yeah. Oh, that dude. Oh, he coming here with broken bottle and liquor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. He got to go. Oh yeah. He got. Oh yeah. He got to go. Yeah. Yeah. This Steve dude got to go. Y'all already know how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to DV or anything towards a woman, yeah, you got to go. That's why that idiot up in Chicago, that's why he went to go get a burger and left that spot with wings. You feel me? If y'all know about that situation, you know what I'm saying? Comment below if you know about that situation. I ain't gonna go into it too hard on here, but you know that one. And of course, shout outs to my niece, hashtag Paris Strong. Like, oh yeah, he got to go. This Steve got to go. Speaking of Steve, shout out to my coworker Steve. You know, awesome dude. He was one of the people who pre-ordered Jelly Bean Dream issue #1. So that's Steve cool, but this Steve, no. And Steve on Stranger Things, he cool too. Oh yeah, I gotta right up here that I cut my hair. Be right back, people. But yeah, thus far this dynamic rodent is good. It's got a good story. It's really trippy because a lot of people, like, they haven't really noticed that this kid is a big old mouse. Some people have, and some people haven't. So it's kind of trippy, you know. It's very trippy. All right, all right. So here we go. So I'll give y'all a little snippet of what's going on here. And Steve and Rebecca come to the house where she babysitting at. All right, Dad needs to get you your own cell phone for real. Okay, and with that being said, I'm not for certain if I described the cover wrong at first, but earlier. So I now know that this, of course, is Joey, who is the dynamic rodent, and that's his friend Cody. Oh yeah, that fishing line strong. So yeah, you attach them up. I like this shot. That's a pretty dope shot right there. That's a pretty dope shot. Yeah, I just noticed on two the pages have mostly been black in the background. You know, black pages with the borders. They've been pretty much that throughout the book, but I noticed it a lot more on these shots right here, especially since it's nighttime in the book. So I've noticed it a lot more. Aw. He said that Steve jerk is going to be drugged to death if I don't do something quick. Well, you better than me, Joey, because after what he did, come to your house, beat on your babysitter, beat on you. Nah, keep dragging them. You feel me? That's just me though. And like you know, I already know I want to be a heroic type superhero. I'm more on the Wolverine tip when it comes to superheroism, if you want to call it that. You know, hey, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You feel me? Now, these shots are pretty dope. That might be his thing, but of course I know he's still too young for that. As far as like, being one of those nighttime heroes, on the scale of Batman or whatever. He's still a kid, but these shots here of him at night with the glowing eyes and everything is pretty freaking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got those two different types of phases with the kid, where he could be, that daytime happy-go-lucky looking hero, but these shots at night are freaking kind of dope. So shout outs to the artist. Once again, what's the artist name? The artist name on this here is Millipede Lee, who also did the lettering for the book as well. So now he's like, "What are you? Stay back." He's like, "Stay away from those two." Rochelle Vanderpool in the building, and Tina Bellina. Man, you better start coming through more often. I ain't about to play with you, man. You better start coming through. I know you got a whole daggone brood over there. I see you, Tina. Hey, I appreciate you for sliding through, you know what I'm saying, with your babies and everything, you know what I'm saying. Shout outs to you and your family, Tina. You feel me? Rochelle Vanderpool of the YouTube Vanderpools is in the building. Once again, we are right now doing episode 9 of Indy Comix Review. For those who are just now coming in, please feel free to share me out, especially you, Tina, because you got like 500,000 people over there. You know what I mean? So feel free to share me out. I'm right now reviewing issue number 1 of Dynamic Rodent by Gifford Roberts. He is the writer and creator of this book here. I will be posting on the community tab for the channel the cover of issue number 1 of Jelly Bean Dream, which is dropping this summer. It is right now currently being worked on. The last establishing pages, as far as like the extra joints up in there. 2 weeks old already. Man, I thought that baby was older than that. It's only been 2 weeks. I feel like you had a baby like a month ago. 2 weeks old already, got a 9-pound baby. Hey, you be dropping them, girl. Be dropping it like it's hot. I get hot, you feel me? Be straight dropping them, you feel me? So that part, Tina Bellina in our building. You know I'm gonna shout you out tomorrow. Everybody who come through, y'all already know how I do. I'll shout y'all out tomorrow, you feel me? Once again, reading issue number 1 of Dynamic Rodent. On this episode of Indy Comix Review, we are reviewing issues 1 and issue 2 of Dynamic Rodent. So that part. Oh, yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Queens. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, he wild out tonight. Remember to ask Dad for more long sleeve blue shirts. Most definitely, you got to. Oh wow, that was definitely an issue right there. That was definitely an issue. And so, in the back, on the inside back cover, so this is Gifford's um book that he did most likely when he was a kid. Um, he has it here on the back on the last page or on the inside cover, and boom. So that was Dynamic Rodent issue number 1. Um, it had 37 pages of story in it. So shout outs to Gifford Roberts on that. Okay, to review that was a solid origin story. Still wondering what it was like. Some type of mutagen similar to the mutagen in the world of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whatever it was that he came across, turned him into a rat. He was just a normal kid, and then all of a sudden he, got turned into a rat. You know what I'm saying? He fell down into like a sewer basically. So it might be along the same origins as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, except here it is. He was a human who fell down in the sewer, and I guess some mutagen or whatever got him contact with a rat, who knows? That same it'd be, well, no, this takes place in Kentucky, so it's not this the same world. Like if this had been in New York City, I would have said, hey, that'd been funny if he, was in contact with Splinter, but definitely not Splinter though. But yeah, but whatever that was, turned him into a mouse, and only some people notice that he's a mouse, or either that they think he's just a kid wearing a mouse mask or whatever. And so this book was definitely interesting. It was definitely dope. I like the origin story of Dynamic Rodent, and the way the book turned at the end, especially when the abusive boyfriend came into place. You know what I'm saying? It definitely took on a whole nother level in terms of the art and the story, because the art, especially of seeing him at night with his outfit on, you know what I'm saying? Not the creator, but the artist had took on a different look, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the way he was presenting art, like, everything at night, it really changed up when you saw the Dynamic Rodent at night. It went from being kind of like a, you know, like a children's, like children book style of art, and really turned into, really turned his head. It went a whole 180 once the boyfriend and the nighttime scenes took place. And so I definitely like that. I definitely appreciate it. I also like the pages being black, you know what I'm saying, blacked out and whatnot. And like I say, this probably is one of my favorite shots in the book right here of Joey, aka the Dynamic Rodent, on this page right here, which is on page 29. And I think that's a really dope shot right there of him on the trailer truck. And so yeah, it definitely took a turn when the boyfriend situation came into play. You know what I'm saying? Because early on it was still kind of like, bright and happy go lucky kind of type of art. You know what I'm saying? But when that story arc took place, as far as like that arc in the story took place, it was like, oh, you know what I'm saying, it turned a different little corner. You know what I'm saying? Especially in terms of even the art, and that's why I think that the writer and the artist was conveying in those scenes right there, because it wasn't no cute scene going on right there. And so shout outs to Rebecca, who is probably like most awesome. She's a awesome character in here. Becca, I look forward to seeing her in the second issue, if she's in the second issue. And looking forward to seeing what happens next with this whole situation. Is he going to get to the bottom of what turns him into a mouse, or what? We're going to find out in a minute, because I do have issue 2 of the Dynamic Rodent right here. And so I'm believing that we have a different artist on this one, especially looking at the cover. So I believe that we have a different artist on this book, and the book is way thicker too. So this right here, we about to check this thing out. And also on the back cover, so here's the front cover of Dynamic Rodent. Once again, for those who are in here, this is Dynamic Rodent issue number 1 that we're looking at right here. Excuse me, issue number 2. Sorry, issue number 2 that we're looking at. It says Dynamic Rodent Ramifications. So I believe that's the title of this next story right here. And here's the back cover, a drawing that Gifford Roberts had drew around somewhere between 1990 and 1992, it says. So he basically did like a maze with showcasing his character down at the bottom, Dynamic Rodent. So shout out to Gifford Roberts, who, just like myself, have been creating characters since he was a kid. Like I've been creating characters since 1988. And, and just like the great Eric Larson, who is one of the founders of Image Comics, his character, the Savage Dragon, he created as a kid. And so to be able to create your character and get it published and have it out here in the world, especially if it's a character that you created as a kid, that is the most aspiring and astonishing and freaking dope thing. You feel me? And so shout outs to Gifford Roberts for having this character for 30 plus years, and now getting it out here, as a comic book creator, as a professional comic book creator, whether you want to call it independent or not. It's out here. It's in somebody else's hand who you don't even know. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the opportunity to, of course, read this book and to find out more about, this world and this story that's going on. So it's definitely appreciating, and I appreciate the opportunity to have to be able to review this on my podcast series, on my Indie Comix review. And this being the last episode in the single digits, because this is episode 9. So the next episode gonna be 10. And so here we go. Let's, without further ado, all that talking, let's get to it, y'all. All right. So this is definitely a big book because I just glanced at the inside here. The writer, the creator, the owner, Gifford Roberts. Um, Gifford Roberts at yahoo.com. The pencilers, the inkers, and the letterers. So pages 1 through 20 is drawn by Lucas Marco. I might be saying his name wrong, but it's spelled Lukaszz. Marco, Marko, Marco, like King Marco, aka the Juggernaut. His email is art.markotny@gmail.com. And his Patreon is www.papermini.com. That's PAPERMINI.com. And pages 21 through 80 is from Feli White. Feli White. That is FELI, Feli or Filet, or spelled like Eli, Feli, whichever way it's pronounced, but it's FELI. I'm gonna say Feli for now. Feli White. They have their Instagram here. Their Instagram is Feli_White. That's FELI_White, WHITE. And the colorist of this is Francie Gove. Francie Gove. That's FRANCIGOUVEA. And their website is behance.net/Francine Colors. So Francine Colors. That's FRANCINECOLORS. Francine Colors. And let's see. And here's what it says. It shows, of course, up here at the top. Here's what you missed from previous issue. Bullied, small for his age, without any friends nearby, and still very much missing his recently deceased mother. Fourth grader Joey Blatton enters an abandoned factory on his way home from school, but once inside the factory, Joey gets into a strange accident that causes him to turn into a human mouse boy. Instead of going to the hospital for help as any normal, rational person would do, he stupidly decides to become a superhero called Dynamic Rodent. Soon, Joey learns the strange fact that no one notices he's a mouse boy until he puts on his superhero costume, which he made using one of his dad's dress socks as a mask to cover his eyes, 2 bath towels sewn together to form his cape, and some paint he found around the house to use to put his new cool superhero logo on his shirt and on his yo-yo, because branding. Eventually, Joey saves his babysitter Rebecca Cavendish from her abusive boyfriend Steve Lefebvre, but with Steve still on the loose, will Joey's actions lead to unexpected ramifications? Unexpected ramifications. It wasn't no space between that there. So that part. So that's where we at for those who are, who are just now coming in. We are about to read and review issue number 2 of Dynamic Rodent. We just got through reading issue number 1. Once again, Dynamic Rodent, created by Gifford Roberts, and we are about to get into it, baby. And this definitely got some pages to it. Once again, it has 2 artists on this book. Pages 1 through 20, drawn by Lucas Marco, and pages 21 through 80, drawn by Feli White, and the colorist on the whole thing is Francie Gove, and the writer is the creator, Gifford Roberts. And so here we go. We're about to get into it, baby. Let's go. It didn't say who did the cover, so I don't know who drew the cover. I don't know who drew the cover, so I find out once I compare the art, on the inside. So if this artist is inside the book, because I'm looking at the first page. It don't look like that's the same artist, but it could be. So I have to see as we go along if it's the first artist that drew the cover or the second artist. So here we go, y'all. Here we go. So we start off. I was some thugs back then. Well, they thugs now in the government. um, wow. Mm. Mm. No, that's right. All right, so dad home. Oh, and I noticed too this person who is drawing. I just noticed this person who is drawing these pages. They definitely have their panel work down pat. They got these like the borders, like the you know outside of the panels is black, but they have these white borders on the inside, and they are clean too. They are very clean. They are very clean. Which what I'm saying, like it's a funny thing because when it comes to um your panel work, because that's something that my dad, instilled in me growing up, to make sure your panel work is always clean. But it also is of artistic expression, whether your panels are uniformed or not. You know what I'm saying? Like the artist in the first book, like some of his panels, were really edgy, so to speak. And what I'm saying, that may have been for stylistic purposes as opposed to, let me show y'all a comparison. Like in Dynamic Rodent issue number one, saying that, the panels aren't straight, but it's not necessarily because, he couldn't keep them straight, but it was a stylized. I think that was, for the, the edginess of the art, what I'm saying? The edginess of the art came into play because obviously, what I'm saying, at this point in the game, if you are an artist, and what I'm saying, if you want to make some solid, straight edge panels, you can do so. But I think he did that more so for the style of the book, especially by the time you get to the end of the book, what I'm saying, how things, went with the rest of the book. If you go to these pages right here, like, yeah, so everything wasn't going to be, just sharp edges and corners and stuff like that. It all depends on what's going on in the book, the mood of the book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you know, you know. So let's get back to issue number 2. I was just noticing that in comparison. And Gifford, he's definitely getting down with the writing on this one, and also the word balloons, what I'm saying, a little bit more um as far as, like, I want to say, quote unquote, more so um on a more I want to say professional, but whether you're independent or not, whether you're independent or corporate, what I'm saying, it's a certain way of your word balloon. So it looks like corporate. It looks like corporate word balloons, I should say. Or I don't want to say professional, because you're doing a book, it's gonna be what it's gonna be anyway. But that's what I'm looking at as far as the letter go on this. And it's a lot more text too. Like the writer, he's definitely, after issue number 1, he's definitely digging into his bag right now with what's going on. He's definitely digging into his bag. So especially like on this page here, like, you know what I'm saying, that's a lot of good text right there. So if you love to read, you know what I'm saying, you got some text going on right here. So that's what's up. And I do love to read. Right. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Like, dang, he's not even 10. So this boy like 9. Oh, so he's like extra young. Like, shoot, if you was like, well, now I see why he gave you a babysitter, because you know some kids these days don't know how to act. Like, I didn't need no babysitter when I was 9, but at the same time, it's like, yeah. But I mean, she's a cool young lady though. So I feel bad that she had to go through this situation, because she, had a bum for a boyfriend, an F boy for a boyfriend. I mean, not only was he just crap, but he was beating on her too. So it's like, for those who are just now being here, that happened in the first issue of Dynamic Rodent. So y'all definitely need to get this book. I definitely suggest it. I definitely suggest it. You feel me? Um, and that's another thing I like too. I dig it when you have um comics that have a more I guess you would say like cartoon style of art, but the story is heavy, saying kind of like how Samurai Jack was. Like, it seemed simple, but it looks simple, but it ain't simple. It's complex. And saying, you can appreciate stories like that, saying that, if they look more cartoony but they still got a complex story, like the craziness of this kid turned into a mouse, and nobody seems to notice until he puts his superhero gear on. So it's a whole trip, you know. And it's crazy, Joey going through that right there. And feel bad, like I said, feel bad for Rebecca. It's not her fault, but then again, it's like how did Steve find out where she was babysitting at, and brought that drama to his house. So I understand Pops being mad, because it's like, hey, you brought that drama to my house. Oh, I just noticed that. Oh yeah, he got that bruise on his face. Yeah, from Steve. Man. Cody, he's like small version of that. Like, he brings the common sense into the whole thing, because when it happened to when the situation happened to Joey where he was a freaking mouse, it was like, hey, you need to go to the hospital. Which I can understand why Joey wouldn't go to the hospital, in a sense, because if he go to the hospital and they see a big mouse coming there, most likely they're going to shoot and dissect him, or dissect him, or shoot him, or it's going to be one, two, or both. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that part. Dang. Dagging that bow tie. I wouldn't be surprised if he's like problem child. He's the bow tie killer. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't know if those were fireworks or gunshots, but that's why I just counted off then. So sorry for stopping like that there. But yeah, that's what I just heard then. Um, y'all hold on for one quick sec. I'll be right back. Almost done. What's going on, people? You guys back. We back on the scene. Up here reading Dynamic Rodent, issue number 2. It is right now currently 9:12 p.m. We've been live for over an hour now. Those who have come in, I appreciate y'all. Those who are up in here, I appreciate y'all. So here we go back to the book. We're on page 11 of issue number 2. Steve trying to figure out if he losing his mind or not. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, yeah. Oh, you really miss Becca already. Oh. Choose your hero. Rochelle Vanterpool says pride hand, yellow nails. It must be a emoji that you just posted up. Hold on for a sec. Let me check. Oh, I see him. I see him. All right, he never even met Rebecca. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Rochelle. How'd your day go? How your day going? How your Tuesday going? And like I say, Gifford, he's definitely his bag on the story. He definitely put a lot of story into play on this one, so he really in his bag on issue 2. You know, here's page 15 that I'm currently reading right now. If y'all can see it, but yeah, he definitely in his bag on the storytelling. It's been a rough week. Only 2 days in. What? We're gonna have to cut that roughness out there week. We're gonna have to cut that roughness out there week. That's a whole trip. Mm. No, you got to go, buddy. Oh, he is crazy. Yeah, he is crazy. Uh, and there's the text edit right there. You know that he forgot to say I'm in it. This guy is crazy if he thinks I'm on his side. He forgot to put I'm. Tell me, friend. All right. Yeah, you know what she look like. Okay, so yeah, so now I see all right, it's the second artist. So the second artist of the book is the person who drew the cover. So Feli White is the cover artist of issue number 2. Because I've made it to his part of the book now, and just compared the art then. So he is the artist of the cover, the second artist of the book. And so it's a good transition. So I see the transition. Like if you see here, you know, this is the last page of the first artist of the book, and here is the first page of the second artist of the book. So you know it's in the same scene. You know, Joey, I mean not Joey, excuse me, not Joey, but Cody, Joey's friend, Joey, who is the dynamic rodent. He's going to see Joey's dad, who's cutting the grass back there, and so it's a good transition seeing the art style and between the two artists, and they're also the letterers of the book as well. So this is his lettering style of the word balloons, and this is the second artist lettering style of the word balloons. So it's a good transition page. And also the second artist, I see that he uses white on his pages. The first artist, he used black. He did has black pages in his background, on his pages, and the second artist, from the looks of it, got a lot of white. So the first artist, all of his pages were black with white borders on the panels, and this one has white pages with black borders on the panels. Which is traditional style comic book. So yeah, good transition from artist to artist in this page in this book here. Crazy. Good establishing shot, yeah. A rat lost in the maze. That's funny. Ooh, I wonder that guy who's across the way, he might be one of the robbers from the first issue. This this book is really looking good. It's really looking good. I mean, it looks. I mean, it's on a professional level. You know what I'm saying? Like like I say, the first issue had a great look to it because it reminded you of like the art style was like like one of those children books, like something like Judy Blume or something back in the day. But then when it got to the end, you know what I'm saying, it had that whole it gave you like dark hero vibes, you know what I'm saying, with the way the drawings was at the end and everything like that. And so it went from light to dark in that book. And then with this one, I'm definitely liking the second artist out of the two, even though both of them have great art. But the second artist is definitely his art is really on the professional level. You feel me? His is really on a professional level. You know what I'm saying? Something that you would see in the in a independent book that's published up on the Image Comics. So it's definitely looking great. And the story, like I say, Gifford, he's really in his bag on the story because he's got a lot of meat. He's got a lot of meat in this book. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you can do a shot like that where you have an establishing shot of the prisoners, that's the boyfriend from the first book. You see all that text he's saying right there. So you got a lot of verbiage up in here. You feel me? And so it's always good to, see. You know what I'm saying? As far as like you know, reading the book. And that's basically how my second issue of Jelly Bean Dream is going to be. It's definitely going to have a lot of wordplay going on up in there because, the first book was more so action, and the second book is going to give you a little bit more meat as far as story go. So, like I say, definitely in his bag on this book here. Dang, who burned him out? Might have been that scientist who did it, who that cop talking to. Yep. Mm. Oh wow. Oh, the mirror of that, the mirror of what both of them just said. Wow. Oh yeah, Gifford in his bag on the story on this one. He in his bag on this one. The comparison between what Buddy said, what Steve said, and what Joey saying. Wow, 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 wow. Mhm. Hey, appreciate you for sliding through, Rochelle. Thank you so much. For those once again who are up in here, I am currently reading issue number 2 of Dynamic Rodent, created and written by Gifford Roberts. So right now I'm on page 33. It's a 80-page book, issue number 2. So yeah, definitely in his bag on the on the writing. Daggone fruit fly. Oh, this boy crazy. Rebecca won't know what to do without me by her side. She'll know what to do. She'll live her life. She don't need nobody in her life that's gonna beat on her. Mm. Mm-mm. Oh, oh, they were just there too. Right. They about to pull the blick out on you, boy. You out here. Oh, that's cool. Cody, like, man, that boy can't be right. What? I don't know who more obsessed with Rebecca now, Joey or Steve. Like, both of them are obsessed with Rebecca now. Hmm. Joey. What is that flying? Is that a bug? Mm. All right. This fool been up in her spot all day on day. Wow. This sucker crazy, boy. Dang. That's a blind went to sleep hard, then. Dang, he be sleeping hard. Dang, he can splash water on? All right. Like, shoot, you ain't making her want to be around you no more than him. This Steve has to go, bro. Mm. You want it right, Demon? You got him. That's what I'm talking about. And him, he got to go. He tried to wake you up. He splashed you with water and everything. You want to wake up, fool? Oh my God, you ain't shoot her again. You ain't shoot again. Oh, this dude crazy, bro. Wait, who shot who then? Oh, that was the police. Oh, that's right. No, no, I had enough. Leave me alone. Just leave me alone. I'm so sorry for putting you in danger. I'm sick of people not wanting to let me out of their lives. Look for people's obsessions over me as calls. Like, for real. But at the same time, it's not your fault. That fool was just crazy. And that was a solid book. Um, that was a solid book. I feel like issues 1 and 2 are definitely like a two-part origin story. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not we'll see Joey grow up a little bit in the later issues or whatnot remains to be seen. But in the meantime, that was a solid book. That was a solid book showcasing two artists, two artists who worked on this book right here. This 80-page book, 80-page book, 80 pages of story. The first 20 pages was done by Lucas Marco. He drew the first 20 pages, and the next 60 pages was done by Feli White, 21 through 80. This was a solid book, no ads in it. The story was solid. This dude, Steve, in the book, he was definitely a true villain because we have people like him in real life, and he got the ending that he deserved. You know what I'm saying? As far as that go, um, with that being said, um, is definitely is definitely a an amazing read, and looking forward to seeing what else is in store for the dynamic rodent, and if he's going to either wise up and figure out the best way to be a superhero, or do as far as like something else, and as far as you know, doing what he do. You feel me? So once again, shout outs to Gifford Roberts, who created this character, Dynamic Rodent. Shout outs to what I'm saying, everybody in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? Because the book take place in Kentucky, and I assume that is what Gifford Roberts himself is from as well. Um, Everybody who has been up in here tonight, I appreciate y'all for checking this out. From Australia Garcia, Key Kitchen, and more, the Nerd Script Club, Rochelle Vanterpool, Tina Balina. Um, and that was it. I appreciate all y'all for sliding up in here, checking out this episode of the Indie Comics review. My synopsis on that, story was great. I'm saying? The art was great. The art was great. They really went into the bag on the story and the art in this second book, this second giant book, this 80-page freaking story. Like, hey, people don't understand when you are creating comic books, man. It is it is a journey. It is a journey from the time that you first write that story to the time that you know, do your art. And there's a lot of art that, these two artists came together and created, for this book, from the story. Shout outs to these two artists as well, because they both did the lettering on their parts in the book as well, meaning, if you know what the lettering is, the words in the comic book. So they took, Gifford's words, and lettered their parts of the book themselves. They did all of that. And the colorist Francie Govey, shout outs to the colorist who colored both sections of the book, colored the entire book. So so everything stayed along the same color palette, concerning the entire book the beginning from the beginning of it to the end of it. And so that kept everything in the same spectrum. When you have the same colors working on all of the art, everything, it's everything, it doesn't have to feel like it's a whole different book, so to speak, even if it's two different artists working on it. So all three artists that worked on these two books, the artist who worked on issue 1 and the two artists that worked on issue 2, amazing, amazing, amazing. Once again, the cover of the first book was done by the creator himself, Gifford Roberts. And the cover of the second book was done by the second artist in issue 2, Feli White. So both of those books are solid, and I am proud and happy to have them as a part of my collection. Especially my collection of indie books. You can't beat indie books, baby, because they're gonna be what they're gonna be. They aren't beholden to nobody. They don't have to follow no rules of the corporate comics such as Marvel, DC, or even Image, even though Image is an umbrella for independent comic books. So if you have an independent comic book, you can have your book published up under Image Comics if you if that is if you of course reach out to them. Image Comics has been around since 1992, and it's the umbrella for mainstream independent comic books, I should say. I mean, they're still independent, but like, you have Image as your umbrella, so you have greater chance of getting your books all the way out there. And with that being said, like, these books right here, along with my books from UGI Studios, which is the Force issue number 1, which was created by my bro Johnny Quest Gaming, aka Corley Manning. This is his book, The Adventures of Pimp and Strong, which me and him did together. He wrote it, I drew it. And my book, the anthology to the Jelly Bean Dream anthology, and issue number 1 of Jelly Bean Dream, which is coming out this summer, along with also another book coming out this summer, called Dreamcatcher, which is the collaboration between characters from Jelly Bean Dream and the web series Body Jumpers, which was created by Alex Fernandez. So I appreciate y'all so much for sliding through and enjoying this episode of Indie Comics Review, episode 9. Also, we have these right here that was in the bag of the first issue. These right here was also on the bag. These are stickers, y'all, so check it out. So we got DR sticker. We got Dynamic Rodents emblems sticker, because, merch. You know what I'm saying? How he said it, in there, because, branding, branding. Got Grant's Wraith's Killer. Boom. Got another sticker right there. Got another sticker for the Dynamic Rodent. Boom. Yo. Got this sticker square right here. Got this sticker square right here. and have this sticker rectangle right here. So boom. So once again, I appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out. This is the end of episode 9 of Indy Comix Review. Y'all stay blessed up, continue to live life till you die, and I will see y'all on the next go around. All right. With that being said, we outie, baby. Stay blessed up, live life till you die. I'm gone. Peace.
Slim Jim Longfoot, Slim Jim.